Welcome, family. We are live once again. Today's Monday, the 10th day of August. And let's see what we have in these financial markets, okay? Let's quickly check in on the financial. But before we do that, let's make sure we, we're doing a quick mic check, video check. Let's make sure everything is working as it should. Okay. Let's make sure everything is working as it should so that we can get to making money. Right. All right. So in the last couple hours, you guys looking at what the markets have been doing? Market has literally been dumping for some weird reason. Market has been dumping, but in a short second, we're going to look at the news and see if there's anything that could be perhaps moving the markets. Okay. Anything that could be moving the markets. Okay. All right, welcome in. If it's your first time, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video. We're live every single trading day at 9 a.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. UTC. All right. We trade live, take we trade live, yeah. All trades, executions right on stream. Okay. All right. Making sure that we're good. Okay. Making sure we're absolutely golden. Golden. All right. So we're live on YouTube and we're live on TikTok as well. Okay. Live on YouTube, live on TikTok. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I hope you guys are locked in, absolutely locked in. It's a Monday. And yeah, Mondays usually when we don't have high impact news releases, there's a high chance that we might not catch anything interesting. So, the best advice I give you guys on a Monday is reduce your risk. Now, if you're someone who would risk, let's say, 1% on a Monday, just do 0.25. Okay, just do 0.25, and you should be good. All right. So I guess we are good. No high impact news on Monday. No high impact news on Tuesday. Wednesday we have CPI. Okay. Wednesday CPI. Thursday PPI. And then Friday we have core retail sales month over month. All right, so it's a pretty quiet week, but the only significant news item this week is on Wednesday. All right, so Wednesday pre-market, which is CPI. A lot of people will be trading CPI. I can tell you for a fact that a lot of people will be blowing their accounts on CPI. A lot of people will be blowing their accounts on CPI. But yeah, welcome in again. Make sure you're following. If this is your first time, make sure you follow. We trade live every single trading day. All right. All right. Hey, baby candle. Good morning. How's it going? Good morning. Good morning. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing fantastic this morning. All right. So jumping straight into it. We're jumping straight into it. But yeah, before we get started, I want to get feedback from you guys. Do we have good sound? Do we have good what should we call it? Good visuals? Just confirm and let's get the ball rolling. Okay. Just let me know if it's a simple thumbs up. Simple thumbs up is fine, just so I can proceed. All right. But I guess we should be good, right? I'm guessing we're good. Guessing we're absolutely fantastic. What are your thoughts and expectations today? Sound is good. Elias, is it Elias or Elias? All right, so my expectation, from what I'm looking at, I'm looking for a bearish move today. What's going on? What is going on? I'm looking at a bearish move today, guys. Based on that move, that aggressive move, I'm looking at just after the the London session close, the London kill zone close. You've seen that there's an aggressive move to the downside, which is closing below significant lows. So up until we tap into this 30-minute fair value gap, I would want to see lower prices. Okay, I would want to see lower prices, but before we do that, we want to see price pull back at least. We want to see price pull back, okay? We want to see price pull back. Now, the question is, okay, so if we're pulling back, where exactly are we going to take the trade? So if you measure with your Fibonacci from this high to where price is currently, you want to take the trade anywhere above this area. Where's my tool? So anywhere in this area, right? But again, what do I see? I see a breaker formation in here. So let's quickly mark things out. So this is the breaker I'm seeing. What is that? Do I have a breaker? All right, breaker. So for the breaker, the model is to get price in here, and on the lower time frames, we see our change in the state of delivery or change of character to see lower prices, right? But we've taken, you can tell, we've taken the London low, we've taken the Asia low as well. So at this point, I'm looking at a bearish move. I also see, as you guys can see, there is also a 30-minute fair value gap sitting right here. If we leave this alone and we start to pull back, then that even solidifies the bearish move, because I'd want to see price come into this FEG. So when we get the reaction here, we take a sell, bring it back down. Okay, pretty straightforward. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Or are we good? Guys, confirm if we're good. I'm not able to see what's going on TikTok for some strange reason. So for you guys who are watching on TikTok, just let me know if the stream is live, because TikTok looks like TikTok has crashed. So just let me know, guys. Stream is live now, because I am not able to see anything on the TikTok app. I can't see the comments, nothing whatsoever. So on TikTok, what do we do? Do we restart the stream on TikTok? All right. Okay. Elias says good. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. I'm looking at a preview here, and it looks like it's working. So I'll just rely on the preview. If there's anything, I would see it here. All right. So that is it. That is it. But guys, listen, if we get into this FEG, okay, if we get into this FEG and I see a reaction from this FEG, that could also spark a move back into this breakout. Okay, so we have to keep that in mind as well. Thanks for the likes, guys. Let's get the likes up. Mr. Yusuf. Mr. Yusuf, how you doing? How you doing? On YouTube at least. Good on YouTube at least. Okay. All right. Yeah, TikTok be bugging sometimes. But that's cool. That's cool. So that is it. The market opens in about 23 minutes. 23 minutes, we see what the reaction is. And guys, take notes. We have CPI on Wednesday. What I've noticed is that the days leading to CPI, usually you're going to get slow price action. Usually, right? Hopefully today is not one of those days. But tomorrow, for example, you might want to be very careful in the trades that you're taking, just because there's going to be some level of uncertainty. People are just going to wait until CPI before they put on trades. So you're most likely going to see slow price action, and it may not just respect the structure that you have marked, right? And that, It does happen. Elias says you're liking the fib trade on NQ at that breaker point if it comes up to tapping. Yeah, that's actually a very interesting area for price to give us some rejection. So it's looking good. It's also in premium. It's also in premium, so we want to see price come there. Yeah, a nice area. But you know, the preamble, because of the fact that we do have CPI, instead of just putting a limit order right there and taking the trade down, what I'll prefer to do is to at least wait for price to get in here and then show us some signs of rejection. Because if it wants to get in here and like rip through this area, then yeah, that would be unfortunate. So we want to wait until we get that clean change in the state, showing us that the direction is changing before we actually take the trade. Okay. All right. So TikTok finally ended. So we'll restart TikTok shortly, guys. Yeah, but it looks like we have something nice. Bro, Chrome is hogging my memory. What the hell, Chrome? What the hell? What the hell? Chrome is just consuming memory. All right. Market opens in the next 21 minutes. Market opens in the next 21 minutes. What orders do you usually place? Limit or something else? So the limits, yeah, I usually don't use limits. So instead of taking a limit, what I can do is, if I wanted to take a limit order at a certain level, I just want to wait to get price in that level and see at least one opposing candle, right? That tells me that, okay, indeed price is turning around, because usually if, let's say, price is going to run through that limit, it would just keep creating candles in that direction and not turn around. So one confirmation I just want to see is a single opposing candle on the 3-minute is enough for me to say, okay, all right, so that level is holding, right? And that can save you from a number of false trades at specific POIs. Okay, we're back. Let's get back on this. I don't know what happened on TikTok. I think the app just crashed. The app just says, hey, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to do it anymore. All right. Okay. So we're waiting. We're going to be patiently waiting for that pullback for us to do something. Yeah, like, so basically that's it. I don't, for example, if there's a limit, yeah. So if there's let me just describe that. If there's a limit order right here, I would wait for, what do I need to use? Okay, let me use this. I would wait for price to come in here. Okay. And if it continues to create bullish, this is nasty drawing. If it continues to create bullish price action, I'm just fading it, right? But then if, let's say, it comes in here and then there's one opposing bearish candle, then I take the trade on the bearish candle. The drawing is like crazy. I didn't expect it to be like that, but yeah, you guys get the picture, right? Okay, all right. Looking at this, I do want to be bearish just because of the fact that we have taken Friday's high. We've already taken Friday's high, right? And there's an aggressive move to the downside, close to taking out London, right? It took out London, it didn't turn back. It's taking out Asia. Yes, we're getting a pullback. So this area is literally the last line of defense. And when price gets here, we're hoping that it turns back around. If it doesn't, then maybe, just maybe, it wants to take this Okay, so we, as always, we have two opportunities. The first one is within this breaker. If this breaker fails, then we look at this level. If we sweep this level and we start to see a rejection, and that could be the move. Okay, but again, I do want to see bearish price action up until, let's say, we get into this gap, or even coming all the way down to take Friday's low. Right? Zabra, hey bro, what's good? What's good? What is up? What is up? What is up? What is going on? Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah. So bearish, but like we're not looking for too much today. Okay, because we've already tapped into like a daily gap, and there's been a reaction. So we're not asking for too much. We just at least want to see price come down, close this area, close this gap. I'm sure by that time we should be out of the trade. All right, so what are we seeing on the 3-minute? All right, getting a pullback. That's interesting. That is interesting, guys. All right, so we do have a breaker up there, okay, but we should take note of this as well. We do have this 30-minute gap sitting right here. Okay, we do have this 30-minute gap sitting right here. Okay. So we're going to be mindful of that particular gap. Usually when the market opens, it just runs into the gap and gives us an immediate CISD, an immediate change of character. When we see that happen, then it means that price might not want to come all the way to the breaker. All right, so we're just going to be watching that. I'm going to mark this as a 30-minute FEG. Okay, I'm going to put this to the side. Which high and low are more important for the New York, Asia, or London session? Yeah, that's a good question you've asked, right? And previously, I used to use the kill zones, which is the period from 8 p.m. Eastern Time to 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time for Asia, and then 2 a.m. Eastern Time to 4:30 a.m. Um, what do you call it? Eastern Time. I used to use the session highs and lows, but now what I've found is usually you notice that during the kill zones, you're going to have some kind of a pivot, right? And if you do your back test, you notice that sometimes the pivots, they don't happen exactly during the kill zone. For example, let me give you an example. So if you look here, right? You look here, you notice that London, right? There was a turnaround during London, but the move didn't begin turning around until the kill zone ended. Okay, so instead of expecting the pivot all to happen all the time during the window, sometimes the pivot can happen outside the window. So I just got fond of using, like, looking at the charts and just identifying the swing points, right? And it makes much more sense, right? Rather than using the kill zone. But I do have the kill zones there just so I understand what is going on during the session. Okay, welcome in, welcome in. Any news that lean towards the bearish side today? No. So there's nothing on the calendar that we are looking to trade today. What we can look at CPI. Okay, sometimes when people look at the forecasted figure of CPI, they can already start reacting because they expect that, hey, this is actually the direction of the market, and CPI is just going to like put fuel to the move, right? We do have about how many minutes? About 13 minutes until the market opens. So let's see, CPI, previous value, month on month, 0%. Forecasted value is 0.2. Okay, so we're expecting Hold on, let's see. We're expecting the prices of goods and services to be increased, which is it's a leading indicator, is an indication that hey, inflation might be going up, right? So if it's negative for the dollar, then what are we expecting? If it's negative for the dollar, then what are we expecting? We're expecting that people will not have enough money in their pockets, right? To spend. And when people are not spending and people are not investing, what happens? Businesses struggle. So if we're just relating that to the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, we don't really expect that to be positive for the indices, right? Right. But that is just we're assuming. Okay, we're just assuming. What is the name of your indicator for sessions? This is like a personal indicator, but if you wanted something similar, you can go to indicators and search for ICT kill zones and pivots. ICT kill zones and pivots by Trade for Up. And yes, you would be able to get something similar. You don't use PDH and PDL. I do. I do use PDH and PDL, right? I do use previous day's high, previous day's low. And I don't just use the previous day. I use the highs and the lows from even like way before, not just the previous day, but I use the highs and lows from long ago because price can take a high from, let's say, a week ago and still react. It's not just previous days and highs. All right, welcome in, welcome in. We're just waiting for the markets to open and then we see what we get, okay? I'm going to go down to the 3-minute at this point and see what the intermediate highs and lows are, right? I want to see what's happening on the lower time frames. Already we're anticipating that price should like move to the upside. But if you look at 3-minute price action, 3-minute price action, you can tell. I'm going to zoom in so we can like look at it a little closer. 3-minute gap, we tapped in, we pushed down. 3-minute OB, we tapped in, we pushed down. Okay. Pull back, we move down. Right? Pull back into a gap, we move down. And this, if you look, even if you're looking like very close, right? We've kind of tapped into the breaker on the lower time frames. On the high time frames, it doesn't look like it. On lower time frames, it looks like we've tapped into the breaker and then we've pushed down. Okay. We pull back, break down, pulled back into this gap, breakdown, right? So we do have a significant, or let me not say significant, but we do have an internal high right here. We have an internal high right here. Okay, so we've taken this internal high, and then we're left with what? Oh, what's happening with the tool? We've taken this in what? Okay, we've taken this internal high right here, but then there is a what? There is a 30-minute fair value gap above price. So let's see. What could happen is the market could open, right? The market could open up, get into this area, and then give us an immediate change in the state. So when I see that, as soon as I see the immediate change in the state following the reaction in here, I take my sell immediately, no questions asked, right? Let's see your settings. You want to see the settings of my indicator? That's like proprietary. It's not publicly available. But let me see if I can show you something. The timing. All right, so let me show you this. All right, so can you guys see that? That is the time I have. That's the time I have for the session. So you can see this Asia session. You could just maybe take a screenshot. All right. So the Asia kill zone, the London kill zone, and the New York kill zone is 9:30 Eastern to 11 a.m. Eastern. Okay. 9:30 to 11 a.m. All right. Okay. Awesome. So we are waiting, guys. We're waiting to see what we can get for today. We're gonna be live inside the Discord shortly. Do. Okay. What do you consider the best, order block and FEG? You know, baby candle, you know that's a very good question you've asked. Extremely good question. I was actually looking at some backtesting data earlier today regarding the fact that OBs and fair value gaps, which should you choose? Now, for example, if you're looking at a range, right? You have a fair value gap, and then you have the order block. It really depends. You need context. So I was like having a back and forth with my AI agent that which one is more profitable, right? And I think I can just show you guys what it said. Where would I get that? Where would I get that? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me show you. Let me show you what it said. Let me show you what it said. For me, it's really context, right? It's really context. Usually the FEG will come before the order block, but a number of times price can just tap into the order block. Sorry, price can tap into the fair value gap and go, and price can also just close up the fair value gap, tap the order block, and then go, right? So it really depends. It really depends. I think I can't really find the conversation, but I think what it said was it based on context. For example, if we sweep liquidity, okay, and immediately after sweeping liquidity, you have the order block, then use the order block, right? If, for example, you're not you haven't taken liquidity, but you're like in a trend, and then you have a fair value gap, right? The fair value gap will then take priority because that is your high priority fair value gap because there's nothing above it, right? But the context was if the order block originates directly after a major liquidity sweep, then use it. Okay. Okay. We need to lock in. We have 4 minutes until the market opens, guys. How much do you need to support yourself? Message me now. Biggest Donny, bro. You're going to TikTok jail, bro. Why not just code it into a system, backtest it, and run a Monte Carlo in it? James, I do have it in the system. So this indicator, for example, is coded with all my rules and how I trade. All right. So if there's a trade, it would show the trade on the charts, right? You see it, you see the strategy actually take a trade, right? So everything is coded in there. Rather than looking at it as a pattern or in the chart, you're better off measuring the pullback. Measuring the pullback. See what you mean. What you call an FEG getting filled is also just mean reversion algo as well. Note that strategy Sharpe ratio. Yeah, I need to look at the numbers, but let me just show you. Let me just show you. All right, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Let me just show you. Come on, load up. Guys, we need to lock in. We have like 3 minutes, so let this thing load up real quick, and then you can see it loading, right? Let it come and we see what it's showing. Come on, why is it taking too much? Okay, well, last 365 days. Okay, all right. So yeah, these are the current numbers of the strategy. So Sharpe ratio, I think, is 0.616. But this is limited data, I guess. Right? This is limited data, I guess, because based on actual candles, like for the past like 10 months, this is pretty much, yeah, this is not, I wouldn't say this is the full data, but if you're looking at 10 months from a broker or 10 months from some other platform, you can get the actual results. But anyway, we are waiting on the markets to open in the next minute. In the next minute. So I don't know who was asking about the FEGs and the OBs. So you see there's an FEG right here and there's an OB right here. Price tapped, went past the FEG and tapped into the OB and is reacting from there. It's because you're looking too much at technicals. Technicals do not work long term. James, what are you talking about? I work at a fund. I can help you with stuff if you have any views. So it's an unprofitable strategy then. James, I like the fact that you have strong opinions. That's cool. I didn't get the notification on Discord. Oh, you didn't get a notification on Discord? Yeah, because I hadn't actually started it. Okay, all right. So we're live. We're live. Market opens. What did we do? Work with clients. I used to be a retailer, so I know tech calls didn't work. I see. All right, let's lock in, guys. Let's lock in. Let's lock in. The markets are open. We do have that 30-minute gap right there. Let's see if price wants to react and change direction. Okay, we've actually tapped into that. We've actually tapped into that gap. So we want to see if there is a reaction to the downside. That will mean that we're trying to come into this area that price just faded. Interesting. We're getting a reaction from there. We're going to wait. Let's wait. Let's 3-minute. Let's wait for the 3-minute candle. Let's wait for the next candle to see where it closes. Yeah, but it's a Monday, guys, and I'm super excited. Super excited about that. We're back. The markets are open, and let's see what we get today. Okay. Okay. So we got into that 30 and prices showing us that there is some level of volatility, some level of volume coming in. So we have to be patient. All right. So if we come back to close below this level, I will take a short. I will take a short. What the range is. Okay. Yeah, not bad. All right, so let's wait for this candle to close. Why is this thing not? I'm gonna wait for the next candle to close and then we see. Oh, the 30-minute is holding. The 30-minute is holding price. That was interesting, guys. We did mention that we're gonna go down. But looking at this is extremely violent. Extremely violent. And this move can literally turn price back to the upside because we're inside this gap. All right. This gap did hold. It did hold. It did hold price. Okay. All right. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. This, I mean, looking at all my entry models, I would not have been able to catch this. This is just too aggressive. All right. This is simply too aggressive. Let's see. 90 points. This is just aggressive. Yeah, maybe we just wait for like a pullback and then see if we can get a reaction to take price lower. But this was just too aggressive for my liking. Okay, all right. So another 30-minute gap was the same one. Yeah, the same gap. So this is what price is reacting to at this point. Let's go back to the 3. All right, this is looking interesting. This is looking interesting. All right, you see that? So you see on the chart, right? The bot has actually taken a trade. So let's see if we can get a pullback. What? All right, let's see if we can get a pullback to take price lower. Man, some of the comments are interesting, bro. Some of your comments are very, very interesting. All right, so we pull back into. Okay, let me take this off. This is misleading. We've closed that gap. If you're in the VIP, the Telegram, you notice that you get the details. You get the details of what the bot did in there, right? For that short trade. This is just too aggressive for my liking. And also the reason why I'm very skeptical is because we're inside this 30-minute. Okay, we're inside this 30-minute, but let's see if there's anything that comes out of this that we can take. How many of you guys took that? How many of you guys took that? Let me see. Position live. Nasdaq. Yeah, I mean the bots. I really trust the bot because the bot trades exactly the way I do, but it trades without emotion. And that's the interesting thing about the bot. It trades without emotion. So, for example, the fact that I hesitated because of this fair value gap. The bot didn't hesitate. It saw everything. It saw the gap right here, took the trade, right? It's literally not afraid of anything. But let me see if we can get some more structure that proves that this thing is going down. All right. Let me see. Yeah, I know some of you guys were also having challenges with the VIP. If you have any challenges, just try to message me directly on Telegram, right? Message me on Telegram or just reach out to the support bot. I'm sure the support bot can help you out. So right now, what I'm waiting for is to see a pullback and maybe some structure that tells us that, hey, we might indeed be going down. But guys, I do trust this bot. Like, let me tell you guys how much I trust the bot. Right? If you give me $1 million today, and you ask me what am I going to do with that $1 million, I'll give it to the bot to trade because I know for a fact that bot, because this bot, I know for a fact that it could make profits on top of that. Right? And this is based on actual data, not just, I'm not just saying it, right? It's based on actual data from candles in the past, okay? And it's based on the edge. It's not randomly taking trades. All right, so let's see if we can get a pullback. If I get a pullback and a reaction, then I'll join the bot. But without that, I'm not going to just jump in randomly. Okay. Without that, I'm not just going to jump in randomly. I want to see a little more confirmation here that we're getting some structure to the downside. Oh, this is nice. So you see that pullback, it left the fair value gap. We tapped into that fair value gap and rejected. So that alone is a good sign that this was a good move. All right, let's see if I can get this to jump in. Can the take trade for us too? Can the bot also take trades for you? Okay, so yeah, I don't want to commercialize it like that. I really don't want to commercialize it. There are no limitations. I can like just put in accounts as long as it's an MT5. So it's programmed with MT5. So as long as it's an MT5 account, I can just put in MT5 details and it will just replicate the trades based on the risk parameters, right? But I honestly don't want to commercialize it at the moment. That is why I'm sending the trades into the VIP channel, the free VIP. So if you're in the VIP, right? The maker, I'm sure you're inside the VIP, right? If you're not, you need to just go to Telegram and just claim access so that you can see. Did you get the trade signal in the Discord? You got the signal in the Discord, right? Right. So you will get first hand access. And this thing is, it doesn't delay. As soon as the entry comes, like, is it microseconds? Yeah, microseconds, it just pushes the thing into the Discord and the Telegram. Yeah. Okay, so we're getting some form of a pullback. Let's see. Let's see if we can at least come back here and get some of a rejection. I didn't get notifications, so I was like, okay, go like sometimes you need to kind of like subscribe to notifications so that you're not like overwhelmed with so many messages. So you can just go there and enable notifications for that channel. Hey guys, so right now what I'm waiting for is if we can at least pull back and I see a rejection, then I'll probably jump in with this. The only thing I'm not very comfortable with at this point is the fact that there is a 30-minute gap down here that is kind of giving price a tough time, right? It's giving price a tough time. But however, if we pull back and I still see rejections down to the downside, then I will try to give this a shot. How can we contact me? Okay, so what I'm going to do is let me just drop my Telegram handle so that you guys don't get scammed. LS Trades NQ. So that's my Telegram handle. Okay. Telegram handle. And that's the handle I have on all the platforms as well. So you can just send me a message if you have challenges. Guys, I'm not in this trade personally, but the bot has taken it. I am looking for a continuation model. I'm looking for a continuation model. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we can get here. Okay, we're back inside of this 1 minute gap. Every single day we get these kind of comments. TikTok jail. All right, so we're getting back into this area. There is a 1 minute fair value gap in here. Let's see how it's looking on the one. Yeah, that could have given you a second entry. Guys, did we take this? Yeah. You know, the thing is that I don't know, because I've been trading for a while, even though sometimes the bot would say it wants to do this, sometimes I still I still do things based on discretion, right? Okay, so let's see if we can get a reaction from this level and then probably join the trade. Yeah, I'm really not seeing anything at this point. I'm looking for an entry model, right? So I'm looking for either IFVG or a 3-minute CISD, and both of them are not presenting themselves. Helen, is it Helena? Helena Green. Just came across you. I'm in a similar position on S&P. Nice. So let's see what's happening on S&P actually. S&P, take out that, tap into that. Yeah, it's looking good on S&P. This pullback is what I don't understand. But are there any gaps below? Okay, it's looking even better on S&P. So hopefully NAS would follow suit. All right, hopefully NAS will follow suit. So price is inside this 1 minute gap. That's why I marked this 1 minute gap. Is it holding nice wick right here, rejecting that gap, but there's still no entry model at this point for me. A CISD tap and you sold. All right. What time frame? Oh, Helena. Oh, 15 minutes. Sorry, I'm just seeing that. 15-minute. Okay, 15-minute. There was a 15-minute gap right there. We tapped in. We rejected. Yeah. Yeah. It is inside the 15-minute gap at this point. So, and it looks like it's holding. To be honest, it looks like it's holding. It looks like it's holding. Yeah, guys. Yeah, guys. Yeah, guys. Yeah, guys. We've done 17 minutes into the open. We've done 17 minutes into the open. Okay, I guess we have a gap now, right? Yes, we do have a gap. All right. So let's see if we can have an IFEG. Let's see if we can have an IFEG form in this area. Yeah, that pullback, I guess you guys can see clearly, right? There's this 30-minute gap right here that is kind of giving price a tough time. So let's see if we can get that pullback. So I guess we're inside this breakout formation. We're inside this breakout. I want to see us close this 1-minute gap and I'll jump in. Okay, I want to see us close this and I'm going to jump in. We're getting back into that 30-minute, which is wild, which is absolutely wild, guys. All right, so let's have some patience, guys. Let me know where you guys are listening in from. Let me know if it's the first time joining the stream. Make sure you drop me a follow. We're live every trading day from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern. Do it yourself, Mindset Capital, Ghana, 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 Ghana. Yeah, brothers are in the building. Brothers are in the building. So 1 minute, we have a gap here. If we get that flip, then I'm going to take price lower. All right. If we get this flip, then I'm going to join the wagon to take price lower. My stops would be at the same place. My stops would be up here above the 3-minute gap. So guys, if you are inside the Discord, ignore you can take the second trade, but if you took the first trade, you could ignore this because that would be my actual trade that is going in. My long-term bias yeah, long-term is bullish on the Nasdaq. But just based on what is happening overnight, I'm looking at a bearish bias. Okay, interesting. We do still have the 1-minute gap right there. Okay, we do still have that 1-minute gap right there. I just want that to flip. Okay, when that flips, that is a good enough sign for me to take that entry. Yo, these guys are still sending signals. Still sending signals, guys. Ignore those false signals. All right, oh man, that was a rejection. That was a rejection. All right, let's see. Welcome in. Let's get the likes up. So we've tapped into a 30-minute gap, and if we flip this, we do have an IFEG. So that would be a nice entry model for me to jump on the sell. All right. Stops would be above the, okay, nice push. Ooh, take it easy, bro. Let's see, 30 seconds. All right, so we have 30 seconds and I will jump into this in the next 30 seconds. Yeah, it gives me a bad entry, but let's see. Mm, 16 seconds, 15. Beautiful. Yeah, Helena, I know. I know, right? This is literally a good sign that this thing wants to go. It's not looking good on the 3 though. It did not. Okay, so I'll take this. I'm going to take this sell. I'm going to take this sell based on the 1 minute. All right, so if you're in the Telegram, just ignore this one. Or you can take this. You can take this as well because I've got like double confirmation that this thing wants to go down. All right, double. God damn. God damn. Okay, it's all good. All right, so I think we're good now. Now, in terms of managing the trade, I want us to one go break even. It's risky because we are also inside of this 30-minute gap here that has held price one time. So I guess we need to be a little aggressive with this trade. Okay. Sell or buy. So we're actually in a short, I guess. We're in a short trade. Monday, bro. We have CPI on Wednesday. Hopefully we can get clean PA today. Right. Hopefully we can get like clean price action today. Tomorrow, well, yeah, now we wait. We wait. We keep it's out of our hands now. All we need to do is just wait. Okay, guys. We are in a sell. So for this trade, I'm doing a 1:2. I did reduce my risk. So Mondays as usual, right? We do just size down. Price is playing games. Price is playing games. All right. See, you're smiling now. Yeah. I mean, I was tense earlier. But yeah, GG's. This is looking good. It's looking good. Right now, I'm just waiting for us to at least take out this low. Once we take out this low, I'll just reduce my exposure. Oh man. Yeah, man. No matter how long you've been trading, right? Once you put risk on the table, you'd feel it. Like you'd know that hey, there's something at risk. You would know. You would know. It shouldn't just take control over you, right? But you would feel it. That hey, bro. All right. So let's see if we can just get a good push and we manage the trade. So I am in this. I'm in this trade. Okay, so the Telegram actually got the second entry as well. Yeah, I got the second entry as well. So guys, I want to know, are you guys buying or selling? Are you guys buying or selling? Are you guys buying or selling? I mean, as soon as I saw the London session close and I saw this aggressive move, I was like, hey, there's no way I'm going to be buying during the AM session. Selling? Oh, Dominic Star selling? Okay. Sick rips sitting on hands. Don't trust. Okay. Why though? Is it because of the 30? If it's because of the 30, I do fully understand you. If it's because of this gap right here, I do fully understand why. Genesis Trading is going to TikTok jail. exactly the gap. Okay, okay. It makes sense. It does make sense. So ideally we're in the middle of this particular gap here and also this particular gap here. So we're in the middle of these two. Yeah, but we have a lot of soldiers behind us, I think. We do have a lot of soldiers behind us. So let's see if um yeah, it's able to like the selling pressure is able to like rip through the 30. Okay. Bro, I keep blocking the accounts and they keep coming. They keep trooping in. Anyway. I am about to close. 1 hour is about to close. Okay, awesome. So the 10 a.m. open, we'll look at the 10 a.m. open as well in about 30 seconds. Am I in Ghana? Yes, Helena, I am in Ghana. I am in Ghana. I am in Ghana. Oof, that move. That move is looking nasty. All right, so 10 a.m. open. Okay, so that's the 10 a.m. opening right there. So I'm gonna mark this out. We're just gonna watch it, okay? We're gonna watch that. You sound so chill. It's a Hellraiser. Yeah, but I mean, like, I know that there's nothing I can do. Like, if it goes to my stop list, literally nothing I can do. I just analyzed it and um analyzed it and I did mechanically what I'm supposed to do. So top three Ghanaian traders. I don't really follow Ghanaian traders, right? But in terms of Nasdaq, I don't know which Ghanaian trader trades Nasdaq the way I do, right? But there's some other traders who trade gold. Like, to be honest, I don't really follow. Popular names, Kojo Forex, right? But the rest I don't really follow. But when it comes to Nasdaq, bro, to be honest, I haven't seen anyone who like trades the way I trade or comes alive and takes the trades on the stream. Forex guy GH, he trades Nasdaq. I haven't really seen him though. I haven't really seen Forex guy GH. Look. Someone says Forex guy trades Nasdaq better. I see. See, I actually haven't heard of him before. Oh, we're getting back into that 30-minute. The 30-minute has held price one time, the second time, and price is coming back into that area, which is not really a good thing. But hey, but when looking at this trade and the fib rule, this hit 0.7 perfectly. It should go bearish now. All right. The only thing is the fact that this 30-minute gap was below price. So you can tell that it's giving the trade a tough time, right? It's giving that I don't believe this thing would have like played around if it wasn't for this particular 30-minute. But let's see. We've already put risk on the table, right? So let's see if the sellers are still in control. Let's see if the sellers are still in control. Yeah, the 30-minute does the step. In terms of my fair value gaps and stuff, I'll just stick to the 30-minute. I don't really mind anything above the 30 because the 30-minute gives me enough. It's a high time frame enough for me to mark out some of these levels. Right. Okay, so enough games, enough games, enough games. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So just a reminder, the stop loss is above the 30-minute gap, slightly above the 30-minute gap. So if price takes that, then I guess the trade ideas didn't work out. Okay. You think it might sweep the 1 hour high, daily high, and then sell? Hmm. Yeah, there's a like a tiny gap there. There is a tiny gap there. Yeah, it sits. It's still. I mean, there's still a little distance from the topmost part of the FEG to where the stop loss is. So we do have some room if price wants to go all the way up there. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. But I'm very interested in the 10 a.m. The 10 a.m. open. I want to see what price is trading at this point. It's trading above the 10 a.m. open. And sell. Open high, low close for bearish candles. Might use that as the key level. Okay. For now, any aggressive move to the downside would probably continue to send price lower. But for what price is doing currently, I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. But let's hope this 30-minute holds. This 30-minute gap here. Let's hope it holds. Rift pilot. Oof, 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 oof. I mean, sometimes it happens, right? It happens. Like it happens. We can just play around in this area for quite some time. Price will slow down and it will just start to move. But let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Monday price action. That's literally the reason why I half my risk, right? So I'm doing half risk today. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Let's see the 30-minute. Okay, so we're inside that hourly gap. This is the last line of defense, guys. Yeah, bro. I'm literally out. I'm out of this. I'm out of this one. So let's take a step back. Let's take a step back and see what price wants to do here. Why the hell is this thing saying long trigger? Are you serious? We're not taking longs, guys. We're not taking longs. So the second level that I marked was this breakout. For price to pull back into the breakout and give us a move to the downside. But now I'm very skeptical because of the fact that this 30-minute is holding. Okay. This 30-minute is holding. So let's take a step back and see what price is doing. So we opened up, tapped into this 30. And then we're closing above this level, 10 a.m. right here. All right, so let's see what happens to the 10 a.m. Okay, let's see what happens to the 10 a.m. Maybe we just like come down, tap into the 10 a.m. and that will like push price back to the upside. So at this point, I'm just going to be patient. Okay, I'm going to be patient here to see what exactly price wants to do. And if you notice, I'm not just changing my bias immediately because of the fact that we are like tapping into this and closing above this level. Because we initially said, hey, there are some PDRAs above price that could still hold price, like that could still turn price back around, right? However, there was a 30-minute within this area. We tapped into this 30-minute. There were some signs that price was going back down, right? We executed on those signs. However, the 30-minute gap is holding price currently. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Let's see what price wants to do now. Guys, if it's your first time, make sure you drop a follow. We're live every single trading day. Um, again, we take 2 trades a day. Okay, we take 2 trades a day. If we take the first trade and the first trade is a winner, that is it. We don't take any other trades. But if we take the first trade and it's a break even or it's a loss, then we have a second opportunity to take another trade. All right. But at this point, I really want to see what price wants to do, whether we want to come in here to get another signal to take price lower. Yeah, I really want us to wait. At this point, we're in the middle of this breaker and this 30-minute gap. So I'm not going to do anything until we get in here. Okay. I'm not going to do anything until we get in. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is below price. Okay. All right. We do have the 10 a.m. open right below price as well. So if, let's say, we pull back, we start to pull back, we get into the 10 a.m., we get a reaction, then that could actually send price back up into this breaker. Right. So we're waiting. We're waiting. Rose Smith, you are going to TikTok jail. I don't know, these robots, bro. There are lots of robots here on, a lot of bots here on TikTok. It's absolutely insane. Okay. How long did you take to make the trading bot? Very interesting. And do you give it money to make a profit? So the trading bot currently it's not trading on live funds. It's trading on demo. Right? It's not trading on live funds. I do actually want to get it to trade a prop firm account to see how it performs. But not I'm not giving it live funds to do that just yet. All right, so we're aggressively moving into that breaker. We're aggressively moving into that breaker. It's you can tell that it's actually saying that there is a long opportunity right here, but nah, we're not blindly following that. We're not blindly following that. I think what I need to do with the bot is it needs to, like, maybe when I hover over this, it needs to like explain. Okay, it says that okay, so we flipped a 30-minute gap, or XYZ, or we are tapping into a 30-minute. I think that would make more sense, right? That would make more sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I know why it's actually looking to take a long here, because it's been programmed to look at what happens in the first 30 minutes of the open. If we take out an internal low or tap into a fair value gap and immediately create a change in the state of delivery, then it takes an entry at the close. So this is pretty much a limit order, right? So it actually, when price comes into this area, it will take a long. But we're not taking that. What's good? Saint, what's good? What's good? What's good? Let me get you in the speakers. Hold on. So we're pushing into that break. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Saying, can you hear me? Yo, Saint, can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I can hear you, bro. What's good? All is well. No, I took a sell earlier, but then price just turned back around and stopped us out. So yeah, I it was a 30 minute fair value gap. I'm sure there was a 15 as well. Yeah, there was a 15 as well. That's right. Yeah, there was a 15 as well. But there was a 30-minute gap that actually is holding price currently. Low. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, we're about to tap into the what you would call it, the breaker. So we're just waiting. Yeah. Yeah, bro, that 30 minutes was nice. I mean, um, it was good. Like looking at the fact that we've created a CISD currently, right? That is actually confirming the fact that yeah, price wants to push up. But the question is, there is a breaker formation above price. It's about to tap into that currently. So yeah, I am looking there. Yeah, yeah. The sellers are really the sellers are in the game. Like looking at the fact, like the question is, why did price around from where it turned around from London? That's a question we need to ask, right? If there wasn't anything significant, then I guess that is a interesting liquidity level to target, right? Do you see anything on the high time frames that price could have potentially? Okay, so we're fading the breakout and we're pulling back to the 10 a.m. So let's see what kind of reaction we get at the 10 a.m. Gotcha, bro. Yeah, so yeah, I'm looking at a 10 a.m. though. 10 a.m. to see if we get there's a pullback to the 10 a.m. Because if we leave that breaker open and we come back to the 10 a.m., then that's like an opportunity to at least take price back to that level, back to the upside. That is correct. Yeah. And I think it's also sitting in 50%, sitting below 50% or right above 50%, but yeah, sitting in a very nice area for price to pull back to. But yeah, if price wants to go up, it will just keep going. Right, right, right. 3 minute tap in, 3 minute gap, tapping the 3 minute gap, push up. So yeah, we're still respecting bullish order flow currently. We're still respecting bullish order flow. So we tap into this 30, and then this 30 minute has held price. Um, oh, was it SIG rips? Yeah, SIG rips. The 30 minute did hold price. That was the only thing that was against us on this move, right? I was looking on the hourly as well. And I do see, yes, we do have an hourly gap as well. We tapped into it, rejected it. So it does make sense that we've seen that kind of reaction. Right? But the big question we need to ask ourselves is this just a pullback to take price down? That's what I'm closely watching. Right? That's what I'm really, really watching. That's what I'm watching. So we have a second opportunity. Yeah. We do have a second opportunity. Yeah, let's look at this closely, guys. Let's look at this very closely. We're coming back into that 10 a.m. open. So let's see. All right. Monday. No, Monday PA. Monday PA, guys. No news Monday. Because we're pulling back, pulling back. See what happens. Let's see if we can get a reaction from the 10 a.m. and then we take price. I do want price to get here based on the reaction. I do want price to get here. And I also don't want to fight against this 30 minutes again, right? So if we get a pullback into this 10 a.m., if there's a nice reaction right here, then I will take a long into this breaker, right? And that will be my last opportunity, last and final opportunity. I will not be taking any more trades, all right? Right, this has already shown me that it's holding price. This 30-minute has shown me that it's holding price. So like it will be silly for me to take a trade back into it again, right? Because it could hold price a second time. All right. Okay. So guys, the bot might take a trade immediately price gets here. So you could, yeah, just use discretion. I'm not going to take that limit order, right? I want price to come all the way to 10 a.m. first. All right. So getting that pullback. Oh, we're getting there. All right, all right. Let's see how the 1 hour candle is looking. Yes, bro. Look, it's absolutely risky. I wouldn't lie to you. Today's a crazy day. Look, we have a gap here. We have a gap up here that price is reacting from, right? Yeah, but I think I'm leaning more towards price getting back here than anything. So, goddamn, goddamn. So we tap into that area. We faded. Price just faded this 10 a.m. candle. Price just faded at 10 a.m. Manipulation. Yeah, but at this point, because of the fact that the 30-minute has held one time, I don't want to fight against it. Okay. Zabra, you're in a short from midnight open till Friday 10 a.m. Wait, hold on. You've been in a short from midnight open. Do you mean midnight open? Wait, hold on. Let me get it straight. You've been in a short from Friday since Friday, or you've been in a short since midnight open today? Which is it? Yeah, bro. We faded at 10 a.m. Faded at 10 a.m., which is, let's see, 3 minutes. Okay. All right. So let me mark this level. Okay, you said you just took a short now from the midnight open level. Okay, understood. So that would be, where's that? Where's that midnight open? Oh, okay. I see what you mean. It's right here. Hmm. All right, so 10 a.m. open is still has still been left alone. The only thing I want to say is I don't want to fight against this particular 30 minute. So if I'm taking a trade, if I were to take a trade, this is where I want to take it from, right here, right? And I'll only keep this trade idea on as long as we haven't tapped into this breaker just yet, okay? Or as long as we haven't swept this high. All right, so let me mark it out. Stops below here. And this will give us what, a 1:1.5. Tapping into the breakout will give us a 1:2. All right, so let's see if we can get like that 10 a.m. Okay. So on the 30-minute, as you can see, we tapped into a 30-minute gap and we have a 30-minute inversion fair value gap. Usually the inversion fair value gaps on the higher time frames, I don't know about that, but we do have that, right? We do have that. So even on the higher time frames, this looks like a massive rejection. So let's see if we can pull back to the 10 a.m. open and then we execute from there, right? Right. But again, if we cross this red line, I'm going to take the limit off. So I'm going to put a limit order right there at the 10 a.m. open. I think Friday we caught a nice 10 a.m. right? Friday we caught a nice 10 a.m. trade after missing out on the early move. So let's see if we get a trade today from the 10 a.m. All right, so yep. Hold on a second. Yeah, sure. Zabra, can you like give us an idea why you were shorting from the midnight open? The way I understand midnight open is when you want to take a short, price needs to kind of be above it. So you look at the manipulation and when no, you look at the accumulation and when we manipulate above midnight open, then you can sell, right? Is that how you're looking at it? All right, so I have a limit order right there. Okay, the limit order is not actually placed yet. Okay, let me place the limit order right there. Okay, I've placed the limit order. I'll take it off if we sweep this red line. I'll take it off if we sweep the red line, but that's my second and final attempt at this. As long as we haven't tapped into the breaker just yet, I want us to at least get down in this area and then see some level of a rejection back to the upside. Okay. So that's my second and last opportunity for today. Today's a Monday. There's no need to go wild. User 815783155252. Thanks for sharing the live. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We took a trade, initial trade that went against us. Obviously, you can see that we had a tough time here. It was looking good initially, but we had a tough time with this 30-minute. And once structure tells you that, hey, this is holding, we are breaking above here, we have a change in the state, right? It means that we just have to look at the next draw, look at where price might be heading towards. Now, if we want to join the wave, we want to join the trend, we have to jump in at the best place, right? If you look at the low, this low to that high, and you look at the Fibonacci, right, 50% is sitting right here, which the 10 AM is right above. Okay, so this is the best place I would like to take it. Nothing, no trade above here is ideal for taking that long, right? You want price to come to at least 50% of the fib, right? And then you can take your entry to the upside. Okay, but then if price is aggressively pushing, we cross this red line, then we're not going to chase. Okay, we're not chasing anything. Oh man, I think we're going to hit that red level. I think we're going to hit that red level, guys. Yeah, price is pushing. Price is pushing. It's pushing to that level. On the 30 minutes, what's it looking like? 30 minute we tapped into this gap and we're pushing. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Price is trying to push through that level. Yeah. The 10 AM, bro, it works like if you look at the way the 10 AM works, like out of last week, it worked like just once. Today price has faded it. Like I'm starting to feel like we don't even need to look at a 10 AM. Just need to stick to our IFEGs and a change of characters. Right? Yeah. All right, we've left that level alone. Let's see if the pullback can bring us to the 10 AM. Okay. How long? Okay. All right. So I think Elias, I think the question you were asking, how long did it take to make the trading bot? The trading bot it's been a while. I'll say it's been like weeks, right? And it's not like just hey, do this for me, and the bot's just I mean the AI just built it. like yes, there is a version, right? So right now, I think it's at version 4.25 or something like that. So you can tell it tells you how many iterations it's been through, right? It's gone through multiple changes just so that it fully understands the edge, it fully understands where it needs to correct itself, etc., etc. Thanks for sharing the live. Yeah, make sure you share the live, guys. Let it reach a lot more people so that TikTok knows that we're active. We're not just bots in the stream, guys. So make sure we're liking the stream. Make sure we're subscribing, following, all that good stuff. Okay. All right. We do have about 20 minutes to get price coming down. See if we can get a trigger. Sell. I'm just seeing in the news after 3 decades, a murder trial begins. Wait, a murder trial brings focus back to the legacy of Tupac. Really? What's it about, though? That's interesting. What are they trying to say? I'm just hearing this that he was murdered. Oh, yeah, he was murdered, but what are they talking about? So, I mean, what do you guys think happened with like Tupac? To put it sexually. Hmm. That's interesting, guys. It's crazy. Eve D. All right, bro. We're moving sideways. We're moving sideways, which is not the best. But yeah, as I said, I keep saying it. This level has held price, so I don't want to fight against it. Okay. This is now my draw on liquidity. This breaker. Okay, and even we have London High as well. So let's see. Okay. What I was looking at just earlier is that there is a 30-minute gap right here. There's a 30-minute gap right here. But looking at the time, right, the timing is not favoring us at this point because, yeah, the timing is not favoring us because in order for us to react from this 30-minute gap, this candle should close to actually confirm this gap. And when this candle closes, the next candle can just tap into it and then push price up. So I think what is actually holding us back right now is just time. is simply time. Well, let's see if we can get that pullback. Guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Let's pump the likes as always, guys. I still have my limit order placed. It's still placed. My limit order is still placed, guys. Ekit boy, thanks for joining. Welcome in. All right, so yeah, price has definitely slowed down. Definitely slowed down. But we can tell that we're seeing bullish order flow currently. Okay. All right. We have 15 minutes, guys. If we take out this red line, I'll take off the limit and then we look at what is happening inside here. Okay? We look at what is happening inside this breakout. But then if we get a pullback, then we take it. Okay, CPI. I know some of you guys are gonna report CPI. Guys, reporting is gambling, okay? Trading anywhere around news is gambling. If you trade 5 minutes before the news release, you're gambling. 2 minutes before the news release, you're gambling. 2 minutes after the news release, you're still gambling. Right? So just wait for the news to be released at least 5 minutes, see what the reaction is, and maybe you can take your trades. Man, price is low. Price is moving slow. All right. And because today's a Monday, I'm not aggressively looking for like trade entries. I want price to come to specific levels, show us the entry model, and then we take it. Right? We're not looking for any aggressive moves. An aggressive move would have been to take a long as soon as we had this change of character. As soon as price tapped into this 30-minute and we had the 3-minute change of character, that could have been a long, right? But obviously an aggressive long. And I look, even if I took that long trade, right, with my stops below this low, let's see, this would have been a okay, so yeah, the 1:1 would have been like here. So to be honest, we would have still been in the trade, but like slightly in profit, right? But that's in my opinion, that's like an aggressive entry. And it's also going against the initial trade idea where we wanted to see after this aggressive move, right? We wanted to see a pullback into the breaker and then we take price lower. Right. Guys, the Telegram VIP, if you guys have challenges, if you wanted to join the free VIP to get my exact trade signals and the bots trade signals, just I mean, just accessing the bots can give you like directions. If you're in Africa, you just need a free an Exness account. That's all you need. If you're outside Africa, then there is a subscription that you need to kind of pay to get access to it. But if you have any challenges, you can message me on Telegram at Illustrates NQ. So we're pushing, guys. We're pushing, we're pushing, we're pushing. We're about 10 minutes into the session, like until the 11 a.m. candle. Let's see if we get that. We get that move, guys. Yeah, once we hit that red level, I guess we're just gonna sit it out, okay? We're not gonna take any more trades. But if we're getting that aggressive, I will engage. Thanks for the likes. I do appreciate it. SBU, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Joseph, any questions? Wait, Joseph, your handle is the maker, right? It's someone else. All right, we're getting something, guys. We're getting something. All right. I have a limit order there, guys. Guys, take note. I have a limit order there. Wow, an aggressive move down. Okay, all right, all right. Guys, so just take note, I reduced my risk on a Monday, so my trades for Mondays are half sized. So Mondays and Fridays we're doing half size, okay? 23. Okay, price is coming close to our entry. How many of you guys were trading gold today? What did gold do? Finish gold. Gold is like in a pattern currently. Gold is kind of like trading in a pattern. Like, I don't trade patterns, but what does this look like? Okay, we're almost tagged in. All right, so I'm tagged into this trade. All right, I'm tagged into this trade, and that would be my second and final opportunity at this. My stops are right below the breaker. Right below the breaker. Hey, wait, did I say my stops? No, my target. My target is right above the breaker, right? Somewhere here. But I'll let you guys know when price hits my target on my stops. The stop loss is right below this particular low, right here. Okay. And I'm trying to do a 1:2 on this one. So let's see how this one works out. I did take a limit order right below this wick and right at the 10 a.m. open. So let's see if we get a good reaction. This happened 5 minutes before the 11 a.m. Happened 5 minutes before the 11 a.m. So this is literally a last minute trade. It's a last minute trade. If this doesn't work out, then GG's, right? Okay, all right. So at this point, we just wait, guys. We just wait to see what happens. I think it's Zabra, I think it goes to Friday 10 a.m. Friday 10 a.m. Okay, you mean like Friday's low? Friday's low. Right. I came into the markets with a bearish bias. But when the market opened and it came here and respected this level, my bias kind of flipped up until we get into this area. Yeah, but Zabra, I'm trying to like, to be honest, I'm trying to understand the concept, right? The reason why you're looking for that low as a draw. I'm trying to fully understand it. Mm-mm, 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 mm. We're not reacting the way we should. At a 10 a.m. opening candle. Okay, because MNQ today's 10 a.m. model already played. Really? The 10 a.m. model? How so though? Because the second, well, you're talking about like the, wait, let me see. Are you talking about the immediate tap in? Where's the 10 a.m. open? 10 a.m., 10 a.m., 10 a.m. Oh, really? Really? Okay. That's interesting. Sick reps. Yeah. We do have about 2 minutes until the session is done. Okay. I mean, I kind of see, Zabra, I kind of see what you mean. Like on the 1 minute, right? There are just a few candles after the 10 a.m. This was the 10 a.m. open, so the price pushed up and then pulled back and then pushed to the upside. So I guess you're saying that this was the move, right? Right here. I think that's what you're talking about. Okay. So our session is actually done, but let's hang on for a short while to see what happens with this. Digging deeper into that leg. Oh wait, has this song been repeating itself? Because I've heard this song multiple times. Oh man, this trade is looking awful. Yeah, the 10 a.m. So you normally want to see price just tap and go. You don't want to see it like continue to push. You took a short from midnight open level at 10:42. Okay, I'm now putting together what you said. You took a short from midnight open level, which is I don't really use that midnight open. Uh, Midnight open is somewhere here. Okay, so you took a short from midnight open at 10:42, which is somewhere in this area, right? And we are holding till Friday 10 a.m. level. Okay, okay. Okay. So Friday was Friday 10 a.m. What strategy are you trading? Okay, so that's like New York PM low. Okay, I see it. I see it. So we're in opposing trades. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. It's pretty late into the session. Like the session is literally done. So I anticipate that price might just slow down. But let's see if we're able to at least manage this trade. Kujo tattoos. Zebra, you're BE, so you're gonna let it ride. Finally catching the yeah, Kujo. I guess. Oh, okay, so I got my fill was a little below that. So where is it? It was somewhere down here. This going hit. This gonna hit tap OTE. Yeah, that 3 minute gap as well. That 3 minute gap as well can help us manage a trade, right? Because if it taps into it, it can tempt price back down. So if price goes back in there, we'll see how we can manage this. I didn't ask. Kujo Tattoos, what strategy are you trading? Or did I? I noticed something, right? When I'm in a trade, right, especially when I have the profit, the P&L on the charts, you notice that the numbers start coming up. So guys, be honest. Are you guys just looking for signals? Is that what you guys are looking for? If you're looking for signals, then join the Telegram. Join the Telegram and get the exact signals. Then join the Telegram. If you guys are looking for signals, join the Telegram. All the signals are there. But I have noticed, like I'm in a trade, I notice that hey, there's activity. There's some activity going on. Dominic Star said yes. If you add key levels to your strategy and have a bias, it starts to click. If you add key levels to your strategy and have a bias, it starts to click. Oh, wow. Yeah. The days leading to CPI normally C can destroy price action. So I'll advise you guys to trade safe. Like days leading to CPI, days leading to NFP, or days leading to FOMC. Excuse me. You want to be careful about PA. So we've tapped into that. We've tapped into that 3. Let's see how the 30 is looking. Yeah, bro. We need to see how best we can aggressively manage this trade. Well, let's see if we can get a push up. PA is cooked. Yeah, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I guess because we've still left New York AM and we've still left the breaker, I guess price still wants to push to that those areas. So just looking to kind of, aggressively manage this one. Oh, yeah, brother. No news Monday, no new week opening gap, low volume. Yeah, and also we have CPI on Wednesday, so it's like stacked on stacked on stacked. Is stacked against the trader. Nah, man. Look at that. Look at that. So we did tap into that 3 minute, and we're getting some form of a reaction from that 3. But if we continue to push closing above that, then I guess we're going to see more higher prices. So once we close above that, then we'll start to see how best we can trail. There you go, CPI here on top of stacking entries to eliminate people. Yeah, bro. Seek and destroy. Seek and destroy. Seek and destroy price action. All right. It is 10 minutes after the 11 a.m. candle, so price will move very slowly. Maybe if we can get like, all right, bro, we'll run it back tomorrow. Yeah, 1B, 1SL, bro. Nasty PA, guys. Nasty PA. Hopefully Trump can say something interesting and like push price. Yeah, but at this time, low volume. Low volume. Show me low volume, guys. G. IG, bro. Yeah. I'm just gonna hang around for a little while, maybe up until we can go break even on this one, and then I'll be out. Okay, bro. Ministar, thanks for the likes. I see you. Get to Villa. What's good? Oh man. Yeah, that reaction is just nasty. So we're getting back into that 30-minute gap that held price one time. We're getting back into it the third time, guys. Yeah, we might just be cooked on this one. If you look back at price action, it's nothing to write home about today. You a good teacher? Get to a Villa. Thank you for that. All right, just learning. All right, cool. G Classics. What's good, my brother? Yeah, what's good? But was it Abe? Was it Abe who was in the trade? No, Zabra. Yeah, Zabra. Like I'll look at what you said, right? I normally like when people say things on the stream, I normally will go back, go check if there's like, you know, how it works out. Um yeah, but I remember I used to look at a 12 a.m., but I never use it as like a maybe like an entry model, or it was just like an additional confluence to say, okay, well, I'm looking for a long trade. The 12 a.m. level is above what? What was that? Okay. So what was I saying? So yeah, the 12 a.m. level is above price. So if I'm looking to buy, I know that okay, so that's like an additional confluence for me that okay, I'm buying below the 12 a.m. And if we're selling, like, okay, I look at the 12 a.m. If I'm above the 12 a.m., then I can sell, right? That's how I was using that. That's how I was using that. Man, this is slow and not nice. This is slow and not nice. So right at this point, what I'm waiting for is I want to start to see us create structure. Once we start to create structure, I'm going to aggressively trail my stop loss. Yeah. Zamal Trader official. TikTok jail. Straight up. Adios. Hey, who's this? It's been a while since I heard a song from Wretch 32. Does he still release music? It's been a minute. I used to listen to Wretch 32 when I was like younger. Man, man, man. Come on now. So we keep interacting with the 10 a.m. level. I want to see us aggressively close beyond that 10 a.m. That'll be good for the trade. But if we keep wicking into that 10 a.m., then it's going to take a while, guys. Austin, thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. Dominic Star, thank you for the likes. You're really supporting the stream. Come on now. And I understand, right? It's past 11, so I understand why Price would do this. I understand why Price would do this. The only thing I'm waiting for, as I told you guys, is I want to get at least a push, and then I'll start reducing my risk. I want to get a push above that high. This is pure consolidation, guys. Maybe thanks for joining. Hikima Shaibu Yite, welcome in. 12 Kalu Ven, welcome in. Seri, hey bro, Big Clock, welcome in. Mickey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Todd, welcome in. You guys, hold on a sec, yeah? It's Mikiana. Mikiana, what's good? What's good? So we're in a long trade, trying to see what's going on here. Price is definitely struggling. Dominic Star, thanks for the likes again. Fo Charmaine, welcome in. Oh, this is slow and boring, guys. This is slow and boring. Slow and boring. Okay. The price pulled back, tapped into this 3 minute, and then started to move sideways. See what S&P 500 is doing. Okay, S&P 500 is also trying to like move up. Let's see what US 30 is doing. US 30 is also on its way up, which is a good sign for us actually. What's gold doing? Gold is also trying to push up. So all in all, it's a good sign. Let's check the heat map to see what is going on with the stocks. Let's go to the S stock index. All right, it's pretty balanced. Nothing crazy, but it is balanced. It is pretty balanced. So let's see if there's going to be a recovery here. Okay, we're not asking for much. Ryan Trader FX. Oh, soliciting. Ghetto Villa, thanks for the like. Charmaine, thanks for the likes. You know what? It's been a while since we put the magnet on. Let's see if the magnet helps us. I remember we used to use the magnet strategy. Once we put a magnet on, then the magic starts to happen. Let's see if the magnet works for us today. Oops, wrong direction, guys. We're in a trade and price is struggling, and we put a magnet on. The bigger the magnet, the bigger the impact. Guys, the session is over, but we're just trying to, you know, manage this trade, see if it actually pulls up, and we see how best we can manage the trade. But yeah, it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good, guys. Do we double the magnets? W star. Do we double the magnets? Let's double the magnets. Double the magnets, double the power. All right. Now we leave it to the magnets. We leave it to the magnets. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the likes, guys. You guys are supporting the stream. Amazing. Did I try analyzing the XY? Yeah, G classics. No, I didn't. I honestly didn't look at DXY today. Honestly, didn't look at the XY today. The XY is looking bearish. It's looking bearish. It's been bearish for some time, for a number of days. Why though? Do you use that? What do you use the DXY for? Do you use as a correlated pair to the Nasdaq? Oh, bro, the magnets are not working for us today, guys. Bro, my thoughts on the upcoming. Oh man. So this is not looking good, guys. This is not looking good. So we're inside that 30-minute again. If we get a reaction from here, GG's. But if price wants to dig deeper, then it's probably gonna get our stop loss there. Okay. The move was a bit aggressive. Thought maybe it can affect the Nasdaq. Oh, guys, we're almost there. The magnets didn't do us a favor. Almost out. Yeah. Quickly now, I just wanted to like be over and done with. It's all good. Hey, don't tease me. The price is like a takeaway from my stop loss. Price is like a takeaway from my stops. There is a bearish engulfing on the 4-hour. Kofi Lord's kids. Bearish engulfing. Yeah. Kofi, do you trade just that candlestick pattern? Do you trade just that candlestick pattern? Magic? Yeah, price tapped into this 30-minute and it's reacting. Hopefully it holds price once again. But bro, this has been like an emotional roller coaster. Oh, okay, I get what you mean, G classics. You mean like the move on the XY was aggressive, so you felt like it would affect the Nasdaq. Usually the aggressive moves that come as a result of news, for some reason you can use that for correlated pairs like with gold and the Nasdaq. I'm not so sure that you can just use that correlation. It's not like straightforward, right? It's not too straightforward. For some magical reason, we're still in. If I sent you a picture of my stop loss and where price got to, you'll be absolutely surprised. Price was just like a takeaway from taking me out. And the magic was to take money. Yeah, Kofi lost kid. Yeah, I mean the price action doesn't move in one direction forever, right? There are pullbacks. Price does pull back at some points in time. So when you have a pullback like this, yes, you would see like an engulfing candle, but like if you look at more context, you notice that price is respecting bullish order flow, and that is the reason why we actually jumped into this, right? And that's basically the reason why we jumped into this, just because price has been respecting bearish order flow since the open. The first move was here, tapped into this, and then we broke past this high. So we have a break of structure right here, and then we pull back. For us, we took the limit order somewhere at the 50%, hoping that we're going to continue moving. But then, hey, look, price is like deep here. I don't know what price wants to do, but We are just watching. We're just watching and waiting. Watching and waiting. We have two magnets. Let's see if the magnets do it for us. Like, guys, in my mind, right? In my mind, I've lost this trade. I don't know if you guys think like that, right? I'm like, I'm bracing myself for it so that I'm not surprised and my subconscious doesn't try to do something else after taking the hit, right? So when I take a trade in my mind, okay, so that's money that I'm willing to lose, or that's money that I have lost. Let me put it that way. Once you understand that that is the case, then your emotions will not get the best of you. SMC plus price action. Okay. Small money concepts plus price action. All right, cool. Cool. Right now, the only thing holding this trade right now, I guess, is that 30-minute gap, because we've tapped into that 30-minute gap and there was a rejection. So let's see if that rejection actually pushes price back to the upside. Bro, it would be crazy if this thing goes back up there. It'll be absolutely insane. But let's see. We've been in this trade for quite some time, and I'll probably have to run a few. So let's see. Let's see what happens here, guys. Let's see if this 30-minute holds price. Nah, it doesn't look like it's holding, guys. Mm-mm. All right, so if this is done, then I guess we're coming back here Tuesday, tomorrow, a day before CPI. We have to be careful tomorrow as well, so that we are not caught in the middle of nasty seek and destroy price action like this one, right? Where, there's no clear direction. The market tried to go up, now it's trying to come down, now it's like slowing down. All right, so tomorrow we see what we can get. But I will be sharing updates in the Discord and in the Telegram on how this trade plays out. That is if we're pushing to the upside, right? So let's give it a few minutes. It looks like it's going to take us out. All right, so yeah, talk about timing. All right, so I will catch you guys tomorrow. I'm out of this trade, so I will catch you guys tomorrow. Same time, 9 a.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. UTC. Let's see how tomorrow deals with us, or how we deal with the markets tomorrow. All right, so don't overtrade, guys. If you've taken 2 losses, do not take any trades again. All right, that is a recipe for disaster. Once you take more losses, you're digging a deeper hole that becomes very difficult to crawl out of. Okay, so the best thing is your daily loss limit. You take your losses, you step away from the computer. Okay, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to take any more trades, right? All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you haven't followed, make sure you follow. We're live every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube and on TikTok. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. Dominic Star, Charmaine. Let me give a quick shout out before I go. Dominic Star, Charmaine, Kofi, Nayas, King Low, Johnny Lab, Mushimat, Ichuna, Subboy, Thulani, Sinkala, G Classics. Thank you guys for being in here. I will catch you guys tomorrow. If